Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk to you about how I decided which sewing book to get as my first sewing book, and hopefully that will help you on your sewing journey. So just for a little context, I started sewing about a month ago. I just bought like a sewing machine online and bought some fabric, and I made a skirt. And it actually turned out great. The skirt like fits and everything. I think a little clip of me wearing it. But I wanted to get a little bit more into the techniques and just like become a better sewer. I decided that I wanted to buy a book. So to decide which book I actually wanted to buy, what I did was look for a specific section. So I'm interested on learning how to gather fabric to make like a gathered skirt. So what I did was I flipped through like 5 different books and I pulled them off the shelf, and then I looked in each book for the section on gathering. And because I had a general sense of like what to do based on the YouTube videos that I watched, and after kind of using this metric, I found this book to be the best for what I was looking for. It's actually funny because I was dead set on getting a different book. Then I went back to the shelf and I saw this book. And then I thought, okay, actually, let me take one more stab at this. And I looked at it, and that one was actually like the best out of all the books that I had pulled off. So that's actually how I did it. I feel confident in the decision that I made because although the huge fashion pattern designing, that like textbook book, it was really comprehensive. It actually was really short on like every single section that it had. Although it had a ton of stuff, everything was quite short and not very detailed on how exactly to do it. And a lot of the explanations had vocabulary that I wasn't familiar with. So I felt like it was just kind of at an advanced level for where I am currently. And so that's why I decided to get this book, because it really goes from the beginning, and then it also shows you like step by step with pictures. And I feel like that's going to be really helpful when I'm actually using this to reference how to make the specific thing that I'm trying to do. So I'll just show you an example of what's in this. So in case you're also looking for a book, you can see how the book is structured. So the beginning, the beginning has kind of just like basic tools and things, which I also found kind of useful because there's certain things that I wasn't sure if I actually like needed, or just I've seen like terminology in other videos that I'm not really sure about. Also, a diagram of a sewing machine, which I think will come in handy, although mine is pretty simple. The other thing here is that they have a section on a lot of different popular fabrics. So that's going to be really helpful on just understanding which fabrics to buy. Already when I'm looking for fabric, there's words that I don't even understand. So I also thought this is going to be a good starting point. They do a section on like body measuring, but I will show you the section that I was using to understand which book to buy. So I was looking at gathering, and let's see here. So the cool thing is that this book had the most extensive section on gathering. So it has a whole section here, as you can see. And then it has this page, and it has a lot of pictures, but then it also shows you all these different all these different kinds of gathering that you can do. And then goes through like corded gathers, smocking. And so that's why when I saw all of this, I was like, this is the winner, because it shows you more. It shows you like all the different techniques, frills and ruffles, which is kind of similar to gathering, I guess, but different. So that is why I decided to go for this book. I felt like it was the right level for where I am, and it also had the right amount of detail and pictures. I love pictures. So that is how I decided to buy this book as my very first sewing book. Thanks for watching, and I hope that's useful for anyone else looking for books out there. And if you're interested in more videos on my sewing journey, just let me know. And thank you very much for watching this video.